The job of a cinematographer will change as the level changes. As you start out, you are going to not be looked for your creativity, more so looked for technical aptitude of getting the job done, looking for someone to get something in the can. As you build and climb the ranks, though, as you build a resume and build a reel, what will start to separate you is your creativity, is your problem solving skills, is your management skills, is your understanding of how to work with larger crews to still get something that feels intimate and unique. And those are all skills into themselves. So it's important that you know the commercial landscape, understand who has problems, where those problems are, what language they speak, so that you can adjust how you communicate. It's much easier to get your point across with someone who speaks the same language as you, and you can make them feel important, make them feel understood, make them feel recognized. The more that you can do that, the greater chance that you're going to get what you're after. The greatest chance that you will become a successful persuader, right? Which is what you are. You're someone that is persuading the production. They set up the sandbox every single job. And like I said before, all those sandboxes are different, but they set them up. And it's your job to work inside of that sandbox, understand the limitations, understand why those limitations are in place, but then to make the most out of it. Be the happiest person on set, be the problem solver, be the person that sets the tone for the entire day. And you will be appreciated, which will lead to more work. And that's what we're going to get into the next section. The actual work, the job, the processes, the pre-production workflow and the timetable and when you should be interjecting. But always remember the overall roles of the job, what you're responsible for, what your number one priority is. Make sure that the director is getting what they are after. Make sure that they're happy. Make sure they're looked after by the crew. They're looked after by you. They are the relationship that you should most cultivate and that you should most be aware of. And yeah, although there's going to be times when you may not see eye to eye, it's still something to remember that even in those situations, uh, you have to find a way to make progress. Find a way to, look at it as a challenge of how am I going to get through this? What areas can I work on? And once you understand all these three job roles, the managerial, the technical, the creative, doesn't matter what kind of job you're on, even if it's something that you're not happy with or you're not proud of. If we go back and talk about the objectives, if you're looking at your long-term objective of becoming full-time and you have to take some jobs that creatively aren't that challenging, knowing these roles, you can still find ways to improve, which keeps things interesting, keeps you motivated to continue to push and continue to try new things and to try new gear, to try new ways of communicating with the talent or communicating with your teams or with the production. Just constantly be trying things, refining things. And as you go, pretty soon, before you know it, a couple of years will have passed and you'll have these systems in place and the jobs will be significantly easier. You'll be able to get results that are much more in line with what you were thinking. And that's when you'll start to notice as those levels change and you move up that all of a sudden people are coming to you for your creativity. And the rest of it just falls in place, right? As soon as you have those steps down, as soon as you have the way that you like to work down, well, now you can focus more on the creative, right? At the very beginning, when you're just learning, you're going to spend a lot of time in the technical and the managerial world, right? You're going to spend time struggling, but just know that. Be comfortable with that idea. And later, the creative elements will come where you'll be able to explore different areas and you'll be able to really push things. So know the different roles inside of the commercial landscape, know the pinpoints, know the problems, know the issues, know the way that every different group is going to approach problems on set and what they're looking for from a certain project. And it will help escalate your job trajectory and your career trajectory as fast as possible. And that's what we're going for: maximum efficiency and maximum returns for the time that you put in to the role as a cinematographer.